Hi everyone, and welcome back to my adventure in Europe part 2. So if you didn't watch the video of my part 1, make sure to watch that first. I'll link it down below because everything will make a lot more sense. And now I am on the way to catch a flight to Milan from Heathrow Airport to see my cousin Julia, who I haven't seen in 4 years because of COVID and other complications. So I'm really excited. I get to see my aunt and my uncle too and spend a week in Italy. So let's go. So quick update. I went on a week trip with the NC State Marching Band and Wind Ensemble and with a few of my dance team teammates to perform around England and in Wales and perform for the Brighton versus Southampton match. We also obviously got to explore around England and we saw Wales, Cardiff Castle, so the whole trip was incredible. Also, a big turn of events was when we impulsively got tickets to Beyonce because she was performing 3 minutes from where we were performing in Cardiff earlier. So we saw Beyonce in Wales, in the United Kingdom, and didn't even plan for it. Bought tickets 2 hours before the show. It was very impulsive. It was cool. It was super cool. Now, a little story time that explains the last couple hours I've experienced is, let's just say Heathrow is not the best airport for predictability. That's what I'll call it. We had to wake up at 4 in the morning and go from our hotel to, well, first we had breakfast and then go from our hotel to Heathrow Airport by bus. So we took our buses and that was about like an hour. So then once we got there, everybody got on one terminal because they were going back to RDU, to Raleigh. And a few people were also traveling somewhere else. Some people had traveled before coming and meeting us at England. Other people were traveling after, like me. So there's a few people that were going to other terminals, but we had to find our other terminals. We had to get there by ourselves and basically you're off. So you have to figure out everything on your own. And everything went fine. I found my terminal, I went through security, everything was great. And then I get to my flight. I am already 3 hours in the airport because we got there so early. So I'm just waiting by my gate, ready to board, and we keep getting notifications that it's delayed, and then it's delayed again, and another 30 minutes, another 30 minutes. People are getting kind of worried, kind of mad by this point. And then we find out that our flight is canceled, and it was canceled after being delayed about like 3.5 hours. So I tried to figure out what next flight I can take and the earliest that will get to Milan, and they say almost all the flights are booked, or they are all booked. And I like download the British Airways app and I start looking at what flight I can get on that is faster than tomorrow's, because that was the earliest flight I could get on, which means I would have had to get a hotel, which they would have given to me, but I would have had to leave the airport, go to a hotel, and then come back, do security again, all of that stuff, have my luggage with me. So that was very much a plan B, but I was able to get a flight for later today at 8, and we are finally going to, hopefully, not gonna jinx it, get to Milan today. Then I have to take a train ride to my cousin's apartment because it's a whole different airport. So I had to get a flight towards a whole different airport that is much farther out from Milan than the central one. But everything happens for a reason, and for some reason I did not need to get on that flight. So here we are, 10 hours later. Technically more than 10 hours because I was in the airport at 6. So yeah, more than 12 hours now, but it's okay. Also, Milan is 1 hour difference from London. So it's later there by an hour than it is here. So another time change. Yay, this one's not as big though, so it'll be fine. So let's go catch that plane. So as you just saw and what you're going to see more about later in this video, traveling by plane can be super stressful and airports can be rough. All of the stress I experienced traveling by plane could have been avoided if I used a train instead. This brings me to today's sponsor of the video, TrainPal. TrainPal is a free app where you can get the cheapest UK and Europe train tickets by splitting tickets with 0 booking fees. This turns out to always be at least £1 cheaper. Through the app, you can purchase a rail card that will save you 1/3 off on UK train travel. You can also link it to your Oyster card to save during off-peak times. During checkout, make sure to use my exclusive promo code TAYA77 to get all kinds of rail cards 20% off and to get 5% off UK train tickets. So thank you TrainPal for sponsoring this video, and make sure to check out the description box for a link to get the app. Now back to the vlog. I also forgot to mention that I saw Ginny Weasley today from Harry Potter. And I didn't ask for a picture because I wanted to be respectful of her and her travels, but I saw Ginny Weasley from Harry Potter. My mom. Hours later, and finally in Milan. Update, my luggage did come. Yay, look at that. And I am about to go to the exit after such a long travel experience. My first time flying by myself. I am in such a good mood and I can't wait to see my aunt and my uncle and later my cousin. Overseas families are hard. I'm so excited. And the luggage came, thank God. Here we go.